bringing you the news and information you need from the people making a difference. This is Comcast Newsmakers.
The Select Intelligence Oversight Panel was created about 2 years ago, and today we're going to get an update on what exactly they're doing in terms of intelligence and how everyone is benefiting from their work. Hello and thank you for joining us. I'm Candace Kelly and this is Comcast Newsmakers. This hour's newsmaker is U.S. Representative Rush Holt of New Jersey's 12th Congressional District, and today we're going to talk about that panel, which is one that he is the head of. Thank you very much for being with us today.
Good to be with you, Candace.
So, almost 2 years ago, this was created. Tell me, first of all, what exactly does this panel do?
It provides oversight of intelligence. Now, intelligence is as old as America. It's how we learn what our enemies and adversaries are up to. It's how we provide guidance on the battlefield for soldiers. It's how we know who would do us harm. We all know that on 9/11, we saw the results of a failure of intelligence. We know going into the war, the occupation of Iraq, there were other failures of intelligence. The 9/11 Commission recommended that Congress show much more oversight, really take a hard look at how intelligence is practiced in the United States.
And so that's when this was
created. And in
created.
response to that, Speaker Pelosi created the Select Intelligence Oversight Panel, which I chair.
I know that there is a lot of information behind closed doors that you won't be sharing with us, but questions that you have to answer and issues that you have to look at, what are some of the things that are at the top of the list?
Well, it's billions of dollars of activity. It includes such things as human intelligence, so people overseas collecting intelligence, whether it's about foreign armies or terrorists. It's about electronic and photographic and satellite intelligence, all sorts of what are called sources and methods. For years, the various agencies, about 15 of them, the CIA, the Defense Intelligence Agencies, the National Security Agency, and Army Intelligence, and all of those, have operated more or less independently and in many ways unchecked. And so
and maybe even duplicating work, possibly.
Duplicating work and sometimes doing some stupid things that are either unproductive or counterproductive. And part of that is because Congress has not really been on the job to make them justify what they're doing, explain what they're doing. Generally speaking, if you have to explain to somebody else, an independent person, that you know what you're doing, you'll do a better job.
Right, right. Now, we see a lot of headlines in terms of what is being done in terms of intelligence efforts. What does your panel do specifically that affects those efforts that we read about in the headlines?
Well, we've changed the budget. The details of the budget are classified, but for example, we have put more money into language programs. I mean, if you're going to have soldiers or intelligence officers in Afghanistan or Iraq, it'd be good if you spoke Pashto or Arabic.
Sure.
But we found ourselves in those countries with very few speakers. Americans are notoriously bad at languages. We clearly have to make a bigger effort starting in the elementary school years. But in the professional ranks of the intelligence services, we need to do a much better job with languages.
And is there a top priority right now?
Oh, there are several dozen critical languages.
Okay.
And we have shortages in all of them. Mm-hmm. But other things we've looked, I beg your pardon?
No,
yes,
please go ahead.
Other things we've looked at would be, for example, overhead satellites. Everyone has seen the spy satellite pictures that are sometimes published in the papers. Of course, far more that are never published. But the contracting for those things has been essentially a mess. Too much money for too little results. And you could go through area after area of intelligence where more oversight is needed. Well, that's what we're doing.
Interesting. Thank you for giving us an update on that panel. It really helps give the glue for a lot of things that we read about in the news. As always, good seeing you.
Good to be with you. Thank you.
And thank you too for watching. I'm Candace Kelly. Join us next time.